Hello and welcome, my friends. In today's episode, I have for you an Italian metallic fountain pen, a quite elegant piece, but quite a mysterious piece for me. And I say this because I didn't find the manufacturer of this elegant beauty. Let me zoom on it for you to see, guys, the beautiful shape of this fountain pen. First of all, it has an interesting combination of silver and gold. I know it's made in Italy because on the clip it has an engraving made in Italy, and the only other clue I have are those logos. Maybe you can recognize them. It's like a P. Let me zoom on it for you to see, guys. It's like a P. Maybe you can recognize this producer. I believe it was active in Italy, and based on the design of this fountain pen, I think it is from the 1970s or early 1980s. Of course, it is equipped with a gold nib. The pressure fit cap opens and it reveals this beautiful gold nib 585 14 karat, and again that logo with a P. You can see the nib has an interesting like a claw shape, and of course we have a quite interesting elongated plastic feed. This particular model I bought it with a reasonable price, and guys, this model cost me 200 lays, or approximately 40.45 euros, or 45.83 American dollars. But believe me, it is quite an elegant piece. And when I first saw it, it reminded me of the beautiful Aurora Haze steel. I have here the Aurora Haze steel in its original steel material. It is quite an iconic fountain pen, a trendsetter. This model heavily influenced the fountain pen from producers of the 1970s. This was launched in 1969. The first model came to market in 1970. So at the early beginning of the 1970s, and this influenced a lot of fountain pen producers, including the famous Montblanc Noblesse. And I have here the first variant of this haze steel, which was in this steel version. I will put it right here. And now I have here the same haze steel, but in its vermeil variant. It is all made out of silver, and this 925 and this silver is gold plated. And when you look at those fountain pens, they are quite similar. So both made in Italy, but the difference is quite interesting with this one. It has this cap, and interesting, it can be posted like this. It's quite nice. Look at it, guys. Wonderful piece. I continue my comparison with another model from the 1970s. Again, a Vermeer version. This is the ST DuPont from that period of time. You can see the similarities between the two models. And I continue with Dior version of the same period of time. And the more modern fountain pens. This is a Waterman Laureate and a nice Parker 88, also known as Place Vendôme or Rialto model from Parker. And just for a comparison, guys, I will compare our mystery Italian fountain pen with a Souverain Pelican M800. You can see the fat German piston filler in comparison with this elegant fountain pen. So I will put them approximately side by side for you guys to see their dimensions. And I will leave on the screen the dimensions of our mysterious fountain pen made in Italy. Now I will put the other fountain pens aside and we will concentrate on our Italian beautiful and elegant fountain pen. As I've already shown you, we have this beautiful metallic body. It was small affected in time, as you can see those points there. Let me show you how functional is this clip. Oh, it's quite functional, quite springy. The beautiful design of this fountain pen stands in this elegant cap, which fits perfectly this part, but also can be posted and it can be fitted like this. It's quite nice, quite nice. And this combination between silver and gold is quite elegant. I like this fountain pen a lot. Hello friends, just as I've finished editing the video, I found out the answer to the question. So remember, this fountain pen definitely made in Italy, and it has this logo. I thought it is a P, but it appears to be a logo from a famous creator of fashion, Italian creator of fashion. And I remember that I have a little wood carrying documents like this, and yes, this logo matches the logo of the fountain pen, and inside of it we can see here written the name of the producer. So Nazareno Gabrielli, made in Italy. Well, I didn't have a clue, so I thought to myself I should place a question on this Facebook group, Italian Fountain Pen Collectors, and I've placed here a question. So this is me, Bogdan Rotaru. Hello. This is a metallic fountain pen with a 14 karat 585 gold nib made in Italy. I need help from you. Do you know the name of the manufacturer with the logo P? And I put down those pictures. Here the logo at the top of the cap. Here the logo at the end of the body, and here the 585 gold nib. And I've received an answer to my question from Fernando Regini. È il logo della Nazareno Gabriella, la casa di moda. He said that it is the logo of Nazareno Gabrielli, the fashion house. And I responded to him, grazie mille. So thank you for your help, Ferdinando Regini. It was a great help. And I remembered Nazareno Gabrielli that I had this little pouch that you see right here, guys. So a part of the mystery is answered, but we or I still have questions about the real manufacturer of this fountain pen. Well, this fashion brand is known for its accessories, but this fountain pen is made with attention to details, and it looks suspicious, the same as the famous Aurora hay steel. So maybe it was made by the famous producer Aurora, and it was imprinted with the logos of this Nazareno Gabrielli house of trade. It certainly looks like a fashion fountain pen, but a fountain pen done with attention to details. And the fact that we have that beautiful gold nib tells me that this product was a quite expensive product when it was new. Of course, I bought it second hand. You know, I paid for it under 50 euros, so I think I've made a great deal. I'm not so sure how popular this model was, but I think it was made in limited numbers, and this is a rare fountain pen piece, and I'm quite pleased to add it to my collection. So thank you guys for staying till the end of the video where I reveal the famous logo which I was searching. And the question still remains, is still a mysterious fountain pen. Do you think Aurora made this fountain pen for the house of fashion Nazareno Gabrielli? Please leave me your comments. I would love to read your opinion. Thank you guys a lot. The video continues with the last part. So bye bye and God bless. And of course, I will show you a writing sample of this fountain pen. It uses international size ink cartridges or ink converters. And I believe I have a ink converter right here. I hope that I can use this. This is from a Jinhao product, so it's quite a cheap converter, but it should be compatible with our model. This time I will use a combination of different inks. This is the Parker, but it's not only a Parker Quick Ink. It is also half of it. We have a Pelikan 4001 Royal Blue, and yes, I think that this is the combination. First of all, let me see if we have a compatible part here. And I think we don't have a compatible part because this is quite fat and it doesn't go all the way. So maybe I will use a simple ink cartridge. I have here an ink cartridge. We'll see if we have the same problem. No, this seems to be compatible. Yes, this fitted quite well. Let me see if I can close the barrel. Let me see. Yes, guys, we can close the barrel for sure. Of course, I bet that it doesn't write for the first time. I didn't have the time to clean it, but we will try to do some miracle, some work to it. So when I have this problem, I usually try to put pressure on the cartridge, and I will do that just in a second, guys, because I want to change the angle of the camera for you to see better. So guys, I have returned. This is definitely better. You can see the beautiful golden nib. So I will simply apply pressure on it and try to see if yes, I have some results. Definitely we have some old ink still present there. Let me give you a little nice zoom to see. We have an interesting nib. I should call it a fine nib. Okay, I believe that now we can write with it. It goes quite smooth back on the barrel. Okay, so I will call it the P fountain pen. P stands from that logo. Maybe you can tell me, guys, if you are familiar with this logo. Can I say to you, this seems to be a luxury product, and the fact that we have a gold nib says a lot about this fountain pen. So this was made in Italy, and I presume in the 1970s or in the 1980s. It has a 585 14 karat gold nib. I believe we have a fine for fine nib, and you can see it has an interesting shape. I don't think we have a flexible one, but we will try to flex it. So no flex. I don't think we have lots of line variation, so here no pressure, and here I'm starting to apply pressure, so no visible line variation. I'm quite curious if I can reverse write with it. Let me see. Reverse writing. Oh, quite strange. In reverse writing, it seems to be like an M for a medium. And when I write normal with it, it seems to be an F for fine. Okay, I think we have not such a juicy nib. Let me try to do also a signature with it. At signatures, it seems to have a little bit of difficulties because it's not quite smooth. I can't say it scratches the page, but it is definitely not a smooth nib. So reverse writing. Okay. Now I think I can tell you about the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. So guys, this is the writer. I'm not impressed by its performance. It's certainly a great looker, but the nib needs a little bit of tuning. I would prefer to have a more juicier nib and a more smooth nib. But this is quite a rigid nib, and in some parts it shows the lack of ink. It has a bad ink flow. Maybe just because I did not properly clean it. But in all, this is a good Italian design, and I'm sure that if I would find a nib master, he definitely can do wonders with this little piece of gold nib. Yes, so you can see this P. It's a simple P, and believe me, guys, I went to the fountain pen network, and they have an interesting thread there. Manufacturers based according to their country in alphabetical order, and I took all the Italian manufacturers that start their company name with a P, and unfortunately I didn't find this P element. Maybe it was an Italian brand that was short-lived in the 70s or in the 80s, but they delivered quite a nice writing instrument, and I'm proud to have it in my collection. So guys, this was my review of a mysterious Italian elegant metallic beauty. As always, I want to wish you to have a nice day wherever you are, guys. I want to thank you for your time. Thank you for your review. If you've liked this review of an Italian beauty, please subscribe to my channel to support my activity. I promise that I will deliver to you new and exciting fountain pens as soon as they join my collection. Again, have a nice day. Take care of yourself in this pandemic time. Bye bye and God bless.